The opinions and views expressed in Political Talk belong to its commentators and are not those of Nexstar Broadcasting Incorporated, this station, or their affiliates or employees.
Welcome to this edition of Political Talk with Dora Leland and Tom Santulli. Over the last few weeks, we have seen peaceful protests and some violent riots in the wake of the death of George Floyd. And in the mix of that, we're seeing a lot of calls for police reform or defunding the police. New York's legislature taking action earlier this week. Tom, what is your take on defunding the police or police reform?
Well, I think defunding the police is just crazy. It makes absolutely no sense to me. We need our police officers. They protect us. They protect our communities. Here's what we don't need. We don't need police officers who abuse their power. And I think that's what this is all about. What happened to George Floyd is a tragedy, but we should learn from this. Think about this. That police officer had 18 complaints in his file and no one did nothing. I mean, should a bell have gone off in somebody's head and said something's wrong with this individual? Here's the problem, and here's the solution. There are a lot of great police officers, but there's still cops out there that abuse their powers. You have to deal with that head on. We have in the past, it's gotten better, but the job is not done. We are not going to tolerate those cops that act in a violent way. We support those that do their job as they've been trained to do.
Yeah, that's a good point. Dora, what is your thoughts on this subject?
Yeah, it's a timely subject. These are obviously really turbulent times. And, if the protests over the past week have shown us anything, is that things are not okay in this nation. We have a long history of systemic racism and inequality that I don't think we've really tackled. I think the calls for police defunding is just a reaction to this. I would agree with Tom with this. Most Americans do not want police defunding, but I think most Americans want reform. Mm-hmm. They want the dialogue to finally be meaningful. I mean, this is not anything new. You had the Rodney King riot in 1992 because of that horrific attack. I think that the dialogue now has to be larger than just the police. We always say that, a budget is a moral document. It is where we value it. We fund things how we value them. And I think there are calls now for, increased funding in social programs, in mental health services, in social workers. I think in a lot of ways, sometimes police are overburdened dealing with things that could be better dealt with from social workers and mental health professionals and other services.
All right, on that note, we thank you both for your comments on this, as Dora said, timely issue. Of course, for the latest edition of Political Talk, simply head to our website, mytwintears.com. We'll be right back.